Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the 1981 film called Escape from New York. Yes, I'm going back to the earliest 1980s to review this cult classic called Escape from New York. At that time, the prison systems hadn't gotten so far out of control where they would need to make a city size prison. So, initially, back in the day in the early 80s, when that film was about to come out, like it was enticing to go see, it was intriguing to go see because people wondered how would they pull that off. So, we know if anyone has ever seen that movie, they know what the situation was, and the film company did an incredible job, and people know that based on them actually characterizing a prison-sized New York, and it looked just like New York, and it had the New York-looking buildings. And back then, they didn't have special effects like they do now. So back then, they probably had to build more sets. But that is another story. Okay, we're in the early 1980s. All right, I watched the trailer, it comes on. Okay, yeah, it has that early 80s look. The trailer sort of makes it appear creepy in ways, suspenseful in ways, entertaining in ways. All right. It has a star studded cast. I must admit, I watched a couple of trailers and put them together to get an accurate viewing of the trailer for Escape from New York. This is a pop culture classic. People talk about this film. They still watch this film to this day, even though it came out in 1981. Is that, and I can't forget to mention Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken is the star of the film. He is supposed to be a modern day Billy the Kid or Jesse James. He's a very famous American outlaw, in other words. And yes, Snake Plissken is shown throughout the trailer. Okay. I would say the trailer looked intriguing. It looked very good and it looked creepy, a bit scary. We know that John Carpenter produced and made this film, so it has this type of look scary, creepy, intense. Yeah. Well, I thought it was a very good trailer, anyhow, in any way, and definitely. All right, folks, let me know how you feel about this. Indeed.